Joad got out of the old McAllister pen, and there he got his parole. After 4 long years on a man-killing charge, Tom Joad come a-walking up the road, poor boy. Tom Joad come a-walking up the road. Well, Tom Joad, he met a truck-driving man, and there he called him a ride. He said, I just got loose from the McAllister pen on a charge called homicide. On a charge called homicide. Well, the truck pulled away in a cloud of dust. Tommy turned his face towards home. They met Preacher Casey and they had a little drink, and he found his family, they was gone. He found his family, they was gone. Well, he found his mother's old-fashioned shoe. They found his daddy's hat. They found little Muley, and Muley said they'd been tractored out by the cats. They'd been tractored out by the cats. Tom Joad went down to the neighbor's farm, and he found his family. They got Preacher Casey and they loaded in a car, and his mother said, we've got to get away. His mother said, we've got to get away. Well, the 12 of the Joads made a mighty heavy load, and Grandpa Joad did cry. He picked up a handful of land in his hand. He said, I'm staying with the farm till I die. He said, I'm staying with the farm till I die. They fed him short ribs and coffee and soothing syrup, and Grandpa Joad did die. They buried Grandpa Joad on the side of the road, buried Grandma on the California side. They buried Grandma on the California side. Well, the truck pulled up to the top of the hill, and it looked like the promised land, with a bright green valley and a river running through. There was work for every single hand. They thought there was work for every single hand. Truck pulled into the jungle camp, and there they had a stew. And the hungry little kids of the jungle camp said, we'd like to have some too. Yes, we'd like to have some too. Well, a deputy sheriff fired loose in the crowd. He shot a woman in the back. Before he could take his aim again, Preacher Casey dropped him in his tracks. Poor boy, Preacher Casey dropped him in his tracks. Well, they handcuffed Casey and they took him to jail, and then he got away. He met Tom Joad by the old river bridge, and these few words he did say, Preacher Casey, these few words he did say. Well, I preached for the Lord a mighty long time. I preached about the rich and the poor. Us working folks got to all stick together, 'cause we ain't got a chance anymore. We ain't got a chance anymore. Well, the vigilantes come and Tom and Casey run to the bridge where the waters run down. Those vigilante thugs hit Casey with a club, and it laid Preacher Casey on the ground. Poor boy, he laid Preacher Casey on the ground. Tom Joad, he grabbed that deputy's club and hit him over the head. Tom Joad took flight in the dark, rainy night with a deputy and a preacher lying dead. Two men, a deputy and a preacher lying dead. Tom Joad run back where his mother was asleep, and he woke her up out of bed. He kissed goodbye to the mother that he loved and said what Preacher Casey said. Tom Joad, he said what Preacher Casey said. Everything might be just one big soul, well, it looks that way to me. Anywhere that you look in the day or night, that's where I'm gonna be, Ma. That's where I'm gonna be. Wherever children are hungry and crying, wherever people ain't free, wherever men are fighting for their rights, well, that's where I'm gonna be, Ma. That's where